You're not losing weight because of this one hormone. You're eating less. You're working out more. You're drinking water, cutting sugar, tracking your calories. But the scale? It's not moving. What's going on? Here's the truth nobody talks about. There's one hormone in your body that controls whether you burn fat or store it. And right now, without even knowing it, you might be keeping this hormone sky high all day long, locking your fat away like it's in a vault. And the worst part? The things you think are healthy might actually be making it worse. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this hormone is, why it's keeping you stuck, and most importantly, how to fix it starting today. As always, this video is educational and does not constitute medical advice. Alright, let's talk about the hormone that's been sabotaging your progress this whole time. It's called insulin. And if you've never heard of it, or you think it only matters for diabetics, you're about to have your mind blown. Here's what insulin does. Every time you eat, your body releases insulin to help process the food and get energy into your cells. Think of insulin like a key that unlocks your cells so sugar from your food can get in and be used for energy. Sounds helpful, right? Here's the problem. Insulin has another job, and this one's not so great for weight loss. When insulin is high, it tells your body to store fat, not burn it, store it. It's like a switch. When insulin is up, fat burning is off. When insulin is down, fat burning is on. So if your insulin levels are constantly elevated throughout the day, your body never gets a chance to actually burn fat. You're stuck in storage mode 24/7. And that's exactly what's happening to most people without them realizing it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so how do I know if my insulin is too high? Great question. Let me give you some signs. If you're constantly hungry, even after eating, if you crave sugar or carbs all the time, if you feel tired or sluggish after meals, if you're gaining weight around your belly, these are all red flags that your insulin might be running too high. By the way, if you find this tip useful, check out the quiz below to discover the best personalized wellness tips for you in just 60 seconds. So what causes insulin to spike? This is where things get interesting. Obviously, sugar raises insulin. But here's what surprises people. It's not just candy and soda. Even foods labeled as healthy can cause major insulin spikes if you're eating them the wrong way. Let me give you some examples. That whole grain bread spikes insulin. That fat-free yogurt with fruit, huge insulin spike. That smoothie packed with bananas and juice, your insulin just skyrocketed. Even eating too frequently, like snacking every 2 hours, keeps insulin elevated all day long. And here's the real kicker. Remember that morning coffee we talked about in another video? If you're adding sugar, flavored syrups, or even certain creamers, you're spiking insulin first thing in the morning. And that sets the tone for the entire day. Your body shifts into fat storage mode before you even have breakfast. But it gets worse. Most people are eating in a way that keeps insulin high from morning until night. Breakfast cereal, mid-morning snack, lunch with bread or rice, afternoon snack, dinner with pasta or potatoes, evening dessert. Every single one of those meals and snacks is triggering insulin. Your body never gets a break, and that's why you're not losing weight. Not because you're lazy, not because you lack willpower, but because your insulin has been elevated for so long that your body forgot how to burn fat. Now, before you panic, here's the good news. You can fix this. And you don't need medication. You don't need to starve yourself. You just need to understand how to manage insulin naturally. And it's simpler than you think. First, let's talk about what you eat. Foods that spike insulin the fastest are refined carbs and sugar. White bread, pastries, candy, soda, juice. These hit your bloodstream like a freight train and send insulin through the roof. If you want to keep insulin low, you need to reduce or avoid these as much as possible. But here's where it gets smarter. You don't have to eliminate carbs completely, you just need to choose the right carbs. Foods with fiber slow down digestion and prevent insulin spikes. Think vegetables, berries, oats, legumes. These keep insulin steady instead of sending it sky high. Protein is your secret weapon here too. When you eat protein, it keeps you full without spiking insulin nearly as much as carbs do. Eggs, chicken, fish, Greek yogurt. These foods stabilize your blood sugar and keep insulin in check, and that means your body can actually start burning fat again. Healthy fats? Same deal. Avocado, nuts, olive oil, fatty fish. They don't raise insulin at all. In fact, they help keep you satisfied so you're not reaching for snacks every hour. By the way, if you find this tip useful, check out the quiz below to discover the best personalized wellness tips for you in just 60 seconds.
Now let's talk about when you eat. This is just as important as what you eat. Every time you eat, insulin goes up. So if you're eating 6 small meals a day, like some diets tell you to, guess what? Your insulin is spiking 6 times a day. You're never giving your body a chance to burn fat. Here's a better approach. Instead of grazing all day, eat fewer, larger meals. Let's say 3 solid meals with no snacking in between. This gives your body time to lower insulin between meals. And during those windows when insulin is low, your body can finally tap into fat stores and burn them for energy. And if you really want to take it to the next level, try extending the time between dinner and breakfast. You don't have to do anything extreme. Just finish eating by 7 p.m. and don't eat again until 7 a.m. the next morning. That's a 12-hour window where insulin stays low and fat burning kicks in. People call this intermittent fasting, but really, it's just giving your body a break. Here's another game changer. The order you eat your food actually matters. Studies show that if you eat protein and vegetables first and save carbs for last, your insulin response is significantly lower. So next time you sit down for a meal, start with the chicken and veggies. Then, if you want some rice or bread, have it at the end. This simple trick can make a massive difference. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes people make that keep insulin high without them even knowing it. Mistake number 1, drinking your calories. Fruit juice, soda, sweetened coffee drinks, even those healthy smoothies. Liquid sugar hits your bloodstream fast and spikes insulin instantly. Stick to water, black coffee, or tea. Mistake number 2, eating low-fat products. Sounds healthy, right? Wrong. When they remove the fat, they usually add sugar to make it taste good, and that sugar spikes insulin even more. Full-fat Greek yogurt is actually better for your insulin levels than fat-free yogurt with added sugar. Mistake number 3, stress and lack of sleep. Yeah, this one's brutal. When you're stressed or sleep deprived, your body releases cortisol, and cortisol raises insulin. So even if you're eating perfectly, chronic stress and bad sleep can keep your insulin high and your fat locked away. By the way, if you find this tip useful, check out the quiz below to discover the best personalized wellness tips for you in just 60 seconds.
Alright, so let's bring this all together. If you want to lose weight, you need to lower insulin. And to lower insulin, here's what you do. 1. Reduce refined carbs and sugar. Focus on whole foods with fiber. 2. Eat more protein and healthy fats. They keep you full without spiking insulin. 3. Stop snacking all day. Give your body time to lower insulin between meals. 4. Consider eating in a smaller window. Even just 12 hours of not eating overnight helps. 5. Manage stress and prioritize sleep. These have a bigger impact on insulin than most people realize. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot, but here's the truth. You don't have to do everything at once. Start with one change. Maybe it's cutting out sugary drinks. Maybe it's eating protein first at meals. Maybe it's skipping that late-night snack. Pick one thing, stick with it for a week, and see how you feel. Because here's what's going to happen. Once you lower insulin, your body will finally be able to burn fat again. You'll have more energy. You'll feel less hungry. And the weight? It'll start coming off. Not because you're starving yourself, but because you've unlocked the fat-burning switch that's been turned off this whole time. And here's the best part. This isn't a temporary fix. This is how your body is supposed to work. You're just giving it the tools to do its job. No extreme diets, no magic pills, just smart, science-backed strategies that actually work. So here's my challenge for you. For the next 7 days, focus on keeping insulin low. Cut the refined carbs, eat more protein, stop snacking between meals, and watch what happens. I promise you, you'll be amazed at how quickly your body responds. By the way, if you find this tip useful, check out the quiz below to discover the best personalized wellness tips for you in just 60 seconds. It's completely free, takes less than a minute, and gives you a personalized plan based on your body and your goals. Remember, you're not broken. You're not lazy. You've just been fighting against your hormones this whole time. But now, you know the truth. Insulin is the master switch. Control it, and you control your weight.
Check out this next video about calorie deficit and weight loss, and we'll see you there. Also, make sure to check out that link in the description for our best recommendations when it comes to calorie deficit and weight loss.